Thank you! We just become best friends? Yup!
Kurt Hugger 01 has just boarded the plane.
What? Thank you! We just become best friends? Yup!
Kurt Hugger 01 has just boarded the plane.
What? Thank you! We just become best friends? Yup!
Tom Mapplethorpe has just boarded the plane.
What? Thank you! We just become best friends? Yup!
Matt has just boarded the plane.
What? Thank you! We just become best friends? Yup!
101 Death Man has just boarded the plane.
Hey, right, here we go. Boom. Hey, hello everyone. Oh shit. Whoops. Hello everyone, welcome back to another Fighting Fantasy Fest. My name is Adam, and already a bit of a balls up. So yeah, continuing on from last week, because I got to do something next week, so brought it forward a week. We are on book 2, Car, City Port of Traps. I hope my voice is all here. Hey Yellow, how's it going? Welcome in. I'm just writing out the adventure sheet. I'm a bit behind. And yeah, so Car, City Port of Traps. I need to move my coffee. I got nowhere. My desk has shrunken because I got sent something from a company to test out, and it doesn't take up loads of space, but that's kind of where I put my coffee. So I got to put my coffee somewhere else now. Yeah, it's a device. What is it? It's a fun little device, to be honest, and it's something that I didn't realize I actually do need. Like, I've never used one of these boxes. Everyone's heard of them. Streamers use them. And it's basically a stream deck. So that's what it looks like. So this company, Soomfon, sent me this and said, do a review on it, please. So I started filming it, and I'm now actually using it. And actually, it is really like preview. Here's a little taster of the review. I find it absolutely productive and essential now to my flow of using the PC. It's got so many benefits and functions that I can't see myself not using it. So it's a good thing I don't have to return it, because I would very much miss it. It's the camera. Yeah, it looks like thing. Hey, Elrose, how's it going? So yeah, it's got buttons that are animated. It's got dials that you can turn. So I can mute my microphone, and I can bring it back. I can also mute the PC sounds just at the touch of a button. So I haven't got to go into Windows volume mixer and play with sliders. It's all retro. It's all turn dials and buttons. You know, us old men love retro buttons and stuff. So what are we talking about? Yeah, literally just said it. Like, so I've been setting it up. It is really good. The review will be done. Like, I'm giving it a week, and then I've already filmed a little bit of the review, the opening it up and sort of initial thoughts, but then give it a week and then finish off and show how to use it. It's very simple, but it's very good. And I can't believe that I haven't used it before, like since, you know, like I can't believe that I didn't start using this earlier, because it is a lifesaver effectively. If you've got any issues on your PC, especially with like screen capture, the way some games and apps handle the full screen of your monitor, some drivers, it can flicker, it can go to black and then flash back. That's completely eliminated all that. So I'm so happy. And yeah, and basically saved me £100 because that's how much it costs. Whereas if you get the Elgato ones, which are like the top brand, they're like £300 for this thing. So it is a really good purchase for anybody looking to use it. So I'm just writing out the adventure sheet. Apologies. But yeah, full review incoming. So meals, gold, and then backpack. So basically we will be utilizing the same stats from our previous character, as well as whatever items we picked up previously. So we don't need to roll for anything. Can't be returned. Great handling. Sounds great on cam. Can't be returned. I wouldn't want to return it, to be honest. Yeah, I wouldn't want to return it. So we have a skill of 9 for anybody who wants to write this down and sort of, you know, sort of play along. But what is it? It's a stream deck. Literally just said it. It's a stream deck. That's what it looks like. It's a little device that sits on the desk, very small, and you push buttons to activate things rather than having to use your mouse and going to find the link, the icon, the whatever it is to action it using your mouse. I just push a button and it does it, you know, and it saves me a lot of hands on the mouse type of thing. Basically, Elrose has got it there. Stamina is 18, although I do believe we actually have 19 stamina because there was a point where we were able to up our stamina initial by 1. So our stamina is 19 currently, and our luck is 9. We have 14 gold, and we don't have any meals, so we do need to get some. Now, our backpack contains 7 slots for various items. Obviously, we are playing as the wizard, so if you've got your spell book, you will need it. Otherwise, you're going to have to remember. We have a key on us that opens something, and I can't remember what it was. We also have a vial of glue. So if anybody wants to do any crafts, we can do that. We've also got nose plugs, whatever they'll come in use for. Plugging up our nose, no doubt. And we've got 4 small pebbles. For whatever we need that for. And we also have a large key, which we were told opens up one of the gates in car. So we can utilize that. And we also have a lucky charm, which we still haven't used, which gives us, next time we use it, next time we have to test our luck, it gives us an instant win. So what's the volume of my audio like? Is it good? I didn't bring up my players here. There we go. Is the volume good for my voice, by the way, please? Let me know. There we go. Everything's brightly lit now. We're all good. So, that is that. Now I got to find somewhere for this book to sit. So, let me know if we're big dice or little dice today. And while you guys are doing that, so the stamina is 19, not 18, but everything else is fine. I do like the little icons that you've put in. I love them. That's pretty good. You can hear me. Well, that's good. But is it loud? Or is it too loud? Or, you know. Now, this book here, Car, City Port of Traps, yeah? There are 4 different versions of this book, believe it or not. You can buy this 4 different ways. There's this version, which has the triangle orange banner. But then there's also the zigzag version, which has the banner going across the top. There's also a puffin dragon cover, like the Fighting Fantasy books, and the wizard front cover re-release. They're all the same book, but they're all priced very differently. Evidently, on eBay, this version is more expensive than the zigzag version, even though they kind of came out at the same time. And the Puffin Dragon is also slightly more expensive than the Wizard re-release, which is the cheapest. You can get it for like a $5. Whereas this one goes between like £15 plus. And the Dragon one I've seen for like 20. And then the zigzag, I mean, there's one listing for £8, but then there's another one for 26. It's kind of all over the place. You want to be big dice. Okay. Now, we got a couple of things to talk about before, you know. First off, I'm personally waiting for a book to arrive today, and it is coming today. I was hoping it would come before the stream, but it didn't. And that is Spellsinger's book. Not his newly released, which he's about to release, but his first book he ever wrote, called The Devil's Trumpet, I think it is. So I went and ordered that. That got released a few years ago, and it is actually a novel. It's not like an adventure book. So I'm going to read that when it arrives and then do a book review on it. Hopefully, that's the plan. So, and when he does finally release his actual adventure book, I will get that and we will play it on stream. So we've got that. Other things that I'm currently reading, for anybody who cares, is I'm reading Stephen King's The Stand, which the book is actually sitting under my camera, but that's the dust jacket of it. So I'm currently reading that. At the same time, I'm also reading this book, Amadeus Wolfgang Mozart, A Life in Letters. It's all the letters that Amadeus and his father and other people wrote between each other, and it tells a really interesting story of his life. So I'm kind of a little bit into that. Really interesting if you're into Mozart, which I am. And I've started Jaws, because this came with the Laserdisc box set, and I'm halfway through this one, and it is very interesting, specifically how different it is from the film. So I'll do a review of that when I'm finished. And then, of course, Spellsinger's book. And obviously, I'm playtesting currently Tentacles of the Void for the Hammerforge Chronicles guys, which I think there will be a new updated version sent out to me pretty soon to play test with artwork in. So I'll get to see what that looks like, which does release at the end of this year in December. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll get to play that when it's released, or at least play a version of it, that is sent out to me. And obviously, we've got Ian Livingstone's new book, Tomb of the Golden Skull, I think it's called, which releases in September. But if you're going to Fightin' Fantasy Fest number 6 this year in September, which I am, as are Hammerforge Chronicles, James and James, they'll be there, as well as obviously Ian Livingstone, Steve Jackson, and a whole host of other writers, illustrators, and fans. You'll be able to pick up a signed hardback copy from Ian of that book as well. So maybe get that as well. It'd be nice to actually meet Ian Livingstone in face to face, as opposed to the last time I spoke to him, which was over a Skype call. And I think that's about it. Now, we've got some also potential sad news, by the way. Listen up, guys, because this really hurts. What the fuck is that? This is not confirmed. It's not 100%. But there is a big, heavy chance that either possibly this year, in the next few months, I might have to stop YouTube, like in terms of Fighting Fantasy streams, any other streams I do, content creation. Like, it may be forced upon me. Now, I also go live every month using my phone for a live vlog. That will still continue because I will have my phone, obviously, access and all that. So I will still be able to do a monthly vlog. But in terms of creating content, either short form or long form or streaming, which includes Fighting Fantasy, is a big question mark moving forward in the future. For anybody who doesn't know, and this is no sympathy, feel sorry for me, But, and this isn't the reason why, it's a contributing factor, is my health has taken a massive nosedive in the last few years. And like, hey, nobody knows when their time is up at the end of the day, but it could factor in to my ability to do things. Like, it already has in a way, because I've done 24-hour streams. I've done 12-hour streams, and I physically can't do that anymore. Like, my body just, you know, isn't capable of it, even though, like, I'm only 49, for God's sakes. So, and there are plenty of people who do 24-hour streams who are like in their 50s and 60s. Like, I know somebody on Twitch who regularly, and he's in his 60s, does like 8 to 10 hour streams without even thinking about it. So, but more so than anything else, the situation around my life may prevent me. And it's not like I want to, because I want to continue to do YouTube, because the reason why I do YouTube is not just for Fighting Fantasy. Like, it's not just for the videos that I create, but it's all about my hobbies, what I enjoy as a person. And like, I've got, you know, children who don't see me because they've chosen to, or their mother has chosen to. And so it's an outlet for them to be able to get to know me without interacting with me, you know. Like, I have 2 daughters who have said in the past that they do watch my stuff. And so that kind of is reassuring, like, hey, they can watch all my Queen videos, my physical media videos, my gaming, my Fighting Fantasy, and they can get to know who I am as a person, even though they don't interact with me. So that's why I do YouTube, you know, and getting paid from it, getting sent free shit is just a bonus. It's not the reason. I mean, there's definitely no way I could live off what I get from YouTube. It only equates to like between what, 40 and 70 pounds a month, if that. So it's not a career, obviously, but for me, I started doing YouTube in 2016, I think. And I started doing it with Fighting Fantasy. Like, obviously, I had this channel. If you go back and you look at my About section, I think it says I started it in like 2013 or something, 2012. I can't remember the exact date. But that was for business reason. That was my photography page business that I used to do. And then I actually started for myself in like 2016. And it's just evolved over with a little break for COVID. In terms of, I really only did P3D stuff, you know, and games. But now I'm able to get back to doing what I have always wanted to do for this channel. But this year is a question mark on how much I can continue. Hopefully, I will get to continue. Hopefully, nothing affects. But, you know, some things are not in my control. So, anyway, I just thought I'd give you guys a heads up. I'm going to do a vlog soon in the next couple of days describing all this, because I do want to give people a heads up to the future. I think it's only respectful, you know, for those who actually watch and enjoy. But yeah, and that's the door. I'll be right back. Well, that couldn't be any more perfectly timed if we tried. Spellsinger's book arrived. So we're going to crack that baby open, but also one of my presents for my birthday. I think I'll just whack it on, to be honest, and I'll do the rest of the stream wearing it. We got a red bandana, Bruce Springsteen style, like a cowboy. So we're taking that home. It's too small to actually fit round my neck, but there you go. So we got that. And then we got, oh shit. Always. Oh, I don't know if you can hear me. Shit. We got, which way does this go? This way. Oh, it doesn't fit me with my headphones on. Cowboy hat. But I unfortunately can't wear it because my headphones prevent it. But I got a cowboy hat. But I can't wear it. Oh, well. Sorry. I'll keep the bandana on, but the cowboy hat's a no-go, I'm afraid. I was here for car. Drops an announcement like that and then leaves the stream. What are you playing at? Yeah. So let's open Spellsinger's book, shall we? Where the hell is Spellsinger anyway? Hopefully he's bloody releasing his new book. But imagine if this wasn't Spellsinger's book and it was something else. Like I say, never open. Here he is. Where have you been, mister? I say never do an unboxing of something you've not opened on stream because it can come back and bite you. Like I have seen I think it's a YouTube or a Twitch video. Hang on. This bloody hair is doing my head in. Desperately need a haircut. I saw either a Twitch stream or a YouTube with somebody who said, oh, my mate sent me a box today and some goodies. And I think he was expecting books and films and shit. And he opened it up and it was full of sex toys. Never do an unboxing on stream of something you don't know what is arriving. Luckily, I knew this was arriving. It's Spellsinger's book. Which I won't put the name in because Casey doesn't want his name to know. But look at that. It's a psychological thriller, guys. The Devil's Trumpet. So we're going to read the back blurb and then I'll put it away and read it. It's quite a thick one. It's going to take me a good time. Man, the writing is really small. Look at that. Tiny, tiny. Gonna need a magnifying glass to read this one, man. Wargaming Dad, how's it going, my man? Right, so it said, let me put my glasses on to read this. So, yeah, this is available on Amazon. Spellsinger, feel free to drop a link. You can buy this from our very own Spellsinger. It says here, school teacher Adam Chant. Wonder where he got that name from. Flees his home city, desperate to escape a past that refuses to loosen its grip. He finds himself in Maidenstone, a town that feels strangely familiar, long forgotten, and steeped in quiet unease. It is meant to be a fresh start, a road to recovery, a place where no one knows his name. Well, you want to go to Cheers then, where everybody knows your name. But no one asks any questions. At first, life begins to rebuild. Adam finds work, forms tentative friendships in a fighting fantasy group, and starts to believe he can finally move on. But Maidenstone is not what it seems. Beneath its fog-choked streets lie darker truths. Missing children, pagan tattooed townsfolk, and the scent of drug-fueled corruption. Sounds like Los Angeles. This is a place where everyone sees everything, whisper behind closed doors, and watch with cruel, knowing eyes. As the mystery deepens, Adam finds friendship in Becky Shaw, a fellow teacher whose warmth cuts through the town's chill. What lies behind Maidstone's religious factions? And just who is the man in black? Come the man in black, Deputy Defender. Here comes the man in black. We'll be ordering this on payday. Yeah, go get it, man. It's literally less than a tenner, and I'm sure it's a great book. You know, when I finish this book, I will do a review on this channel and promote the shit out of it. So, coming to Fight and Fantasy Fest in a cowboy hat, potentially quitting YouTube, I think, yeah, is basically what it is. So, oh, this scarf is making me hot. There we go, guys. That is it. When is your game? Yeah, Spellsinger. When's that book dropping, man? Come on. Now, be careful, because there is actually another author of the same name on Amazon other than our Spellsinger fella. He says that he's only released that Devil's Trumpet and this upcoming one. Everything else is by the other author, so don't be fooled. Need a haircut. I might just go get one of those turkey haircuts, you know, that where they razor you completely. So, it's soon. The cover is giving him jip. All right. Hopefully you get it all sorted, mate. Hopefully, and, you know, we'll be able to read it. Hopefully. So, this book, Car, was published first in 1984. Where was everybody in 1984? I was in America. It's dedicated to the artist who recently passed away, John Blanche, for bringing a world to life. John Blanche is a great illustrator. His illustrations in this book are really detailed, line drawn, traditional, and very elaborate. Like, I mean, there's a lot of detail. Like, check this one out. Look at that. Very nice. Very, very nice. It'll fetch a very nice price. So, yeah, anybody who will be at the fest, raise your hand, and I'll see you there. In the meantime, we are going to continue. Now, we never used the Libra Labia Luck Goddess last time. So don't forget, we get to use her. And she will do one of 3 different things for us. But we can only use her once. She's just on a part-time gig. So she will either restore all of our stats up to the top, or she will basically win whoever we're fighting against. Hey, Greg Hill, how's it going, mate? She will basically annihilate them if we call upon her, or she'll remove a curse or disease that we happen to have. So if you want to use the Libra Labia of Luck, then just type in Libra in capital letters and then state underneath, doesn't have to be in capitals now, what version you want to use, one of those 3. Also, obviously, I mean, we don't have any meals, but if we do get meals and you want to eat a meal, not during battle, type capital letters meal. So it says here, yeah. So this is our character carrying over from the first book, which we completed. It's a win. We got it. Yeah, hey. So hopefully this will be a win as well. Now, I'm not going to read the introduction because we read the one already. Basically, we're on a mission to get some crown from some dude. There is a map in this book as well, I think. And we are in car. So where the hell's the map gone? Here it is. So we're in a car. So there's the map. And obviously, right there is car. That's where we are. And we came from down here. We came from down here. We started there and we've come up to car. Our aim is to get over here to this fortress here. So we've got to go, it's all backwards. We've got to go that way. Okay. So that's it. Yeah, we completed a book, mate. So the crown has to be snagged back because somebody's stolen it. Some birdmen have examined. So, yeah. It only took us 3 streams to win the book, you know, which is okay, I guess. Is okay. Hopefully this isn't going to take us 3 streams. Right. So, you know what to do to start, guys. Have a sip of water. My voice is a little bit croaky, by the way, because I was barfing the other day, and I think I damaged my voice box. So I'm still a little bit of a movie trailer voice, you know. Slowly recovering. Here we go. Car, the city of chaos and the gateway to the backlands. Below you, at the foot of the Shamantuti Hills, sprawls the walled city port. Slashed viciously by the great Jabji River. Halfway down the hills, you pause to survey your destination. Legend has it that Car arose around the only ford across the Jabbaji, between Lake Lumley and the sea. But this is an unlikely tale. More probable are the stories of river pirates, camping in the area, waiting to ambush the small sailing vessels which carried their cargoes of fish between Lake Lumley and the Kakabad Sea. Whatever the reasons, Car grew. As the camp became a village and the village a city, Car became a magnet for the never-do-wells of the backlands and the Shamantantuyitis. A multitude of malevolent creatures who would kill you for the laces from your boots drifted into the city. Their lawlessness gave rise to an elaborate system of traps devised by the inhabitants to protect themselves from the criminals who roamed the streets. This is how the city got its name, City Port of Traps. Your own goal lies well beyond Car, though, which, knowing only its reputation, you would prefer not to have to pass through. I mean, don't know why we can't just go around the walls and carry on our journey. But pass through you must, otherwise the book doesn't exist. For elsewhere, crossing the Jabji is impossible. So this, the river. The river runs through the city. So you can't actually cross the Jabji River by going around the walls. Okay. From your vantage point, you can trace the fortified wall which surrounds the city port. 2 gates open Car to the rest of the world. Before you is the south gate, your only way in, and on the far side of the city is the north gate leading on to the backlands. Time is passing, and time is precious. You stride off downhill at a brisk pace and reach the gate within the hour. But it's locked. Do you have a large key presented to you by the Sven Chief? You may turn to the page when you receive this gift. We do have a key given to us by the Sven Chief. Do you guys want to use that key? What do you reckon? Well, we can either use the key, or we can knock loudly for the guards, or try and use magic to open the gate. What do you guys want to do? Use the key! Ah, we have a key. We use the key. Taking the key from your pack, you carefully insert it into the lock. One by one, the tumblers click, click. The door gives a little, and you ease it open, peering cautiously inside. There's no one about. You slip quickly inside, and you close the gate behind you. Damn. You must have left the key in the lock outside. Ah! We don't have that key anymore, guys. We left it in the door. You tiptoe into the archway which covers the gate and hide in an alcove. There is no sound, and you must decide to venture out into the open. Your first cover is a building just inside the wall, and you nip over to it. It is made of stone, and the windows are barred. Looking inside, you can see that the room is bare, apart from a wooden bench on which an old man is resting. Will you enter the building and greet the man, or will you leave and continue on? The Sphinx chief daughter lusted after our body. Okay, man. The Sphinx chief wanted a bit. What shall we do? We're kind of inside the city, aren't we? Like initial. What do I look like wearing this bloody scarf? Also, for my members, the stream, which I usually do every Sunday, is going to be happening later in the day. Still will take place, but it'll start much later than I usually start it. And it will finish probably just an hour after I usually finish it. So, yeah. Hey, we're dropping frames here. Yeah, we're all right. If you, everybody refresh your screen, refresh just in case you've slipped behind. I noticed that there was already a 10-second delay on the stream. So if it slipped, we're talking almost 20 seconds here. So it is a long time. Is it worth doing Fighting Fantasy at different times to suit your health better in future? I mean, it's not really the health that's going to be preventing it. So, I can't imagine, like, yeah, like, it's really the ability, like, you know, camera, computer, the monitors, you know, is really the factor, you know. I don't really want to go back to doing it off my phone, you know, because of the way everything's set up now. It would completely ruin what we've built over the last, 5 years, you know. So, talk to the guy. Let's talk to him. Hey, old man, what's going on? How old are you? You try the door. Oh, what? You try the door to the... Yeah, okay. You try the door to the building, but it is locked. How do we know there's a guy? But the key is in the lock. You turn the key and open the door, stepping inside. But as you do, the door slams shut behind you and the key turns. You are a prisoner! Oh my God. Hang on. This don't make sense. Let me go back to this. Will you enter the building and greet the man? That is the right page. That is the correct page. We've now just become a prisoner, guys. But I hope this isn't the end of the adventure. No. But there is a picture, by the way. There's the picture. Also, is there music on that I can't hear? Is there music on that? What do you mean on that? You'll have to explain it a bit more. What's music on that? So actually inside, really, so... Oh, shit, that's the wrong one. Get rid of that, because that's the one that... You're in a stone hut, but with barred windows. A bench against one wall is only one piece of furniture in the room, and on this bench sits an old man. Dressed in dirty robes, he stands and greets you, holding out his right hand. You realize that this is his only hand, as his left sleeve hangs limply by his side. "And what brings you to this wicked place?" he asks. You tell him you are heading out of the city, and he nods. "Then I take it, stranger, that you are a sorcerer." "Indeed, this was my profession before fate. With a little help from an ogre in the Skanker mines, put an end to my ambitions and my career." Bloody David Copperfield, isn't it? He indicates his missing limb. "Only a sorcerer would know the spell to pass through the north gate." You look a little puzzled. "You know the spell, don't you?" he asks. And when you still look puzzled, his eyes widen and he shakes his head. "Then I'd better explain." He goes on to tell you that the north gate is wizard locked to protect the city from the Backland Raiders. The magical lock opens only when a particular magical incantation is recited before it. So you got to know the spell. Oh, he keeps on blurring. Only the first noble of Kar knows the spell in its entirety, although its 4 lines are one each by 4 leading citizens. Okay. This prevents each one from opening the gate alone, so they all need to get together in a little coven to open the gate. That might not be practical in an emergency. "Oh, where's Gary?" "I know, Gary's on holiday." "Well, we can't open the gate. We need to open the gate." "Well, it's the way it was designed. All 4 of us have to be here." "Fucking Gary's on holiday, though." Like, well, so what? Well, we'll all have to burn then. You know, it's not a very good way to, you know. Anyway. It ensures the security of Kar, or the death of everybody if you can't open the gate in emergency. You ask him about the leading citizens, but he knows little of them. He has heard, however, that one of them is a scholar. So that's something, at least. What happens to the gate if there is a fire? Exactly. Do you know what I mean? They haven't thought this through. You know, public safety, man. Nil. You ask him about this building, and he assures you guards will return in a day or so to release you once you have verified you are not an enemy of the city port. So we can now either wait for the guards to return and free us if they believe our bullshit, or we can try and cast a spell. What do you want to do, guys? Whoa, 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 whoa. How did Gary get out to go on holiday if he can't open the gate? Well, he went through the other door, didn't he? I mean, he could be on holiday in the city. You know, he could be on a bender in one of the houses, and he won't resurface until he's off his holiday. Greg says cast a spell. Right, so everybody put a 3-letter spell in the chat, please, and we'll see if it matches. If not, we have to do the other option. He must have had his cowboy hat on and jumped it on his horse. Yeah. Please, can we see the choices? Sorry, Greg. So the way we're doing it in this playthrough of the series, and we are the wizard only for the first and second book, but you have to have the spell book to be able to make a choice of spells. Like, yes, it gives us a choice. It gives me a choice as the dungeon master, a choice of spells, but I don't tell you guys what those spells are. You have to guess correctly. And if you do guess correctly, we cast a spell. But if you don't, then we don't. And this is the new kind of interesting way we're doing it for this playthrough. So you can't find your fucking spell book. Well, that's a problem, isn't it? In capital letters, yellow, yeah? So, yeah, capitals, so it stands out, and then it's verified. It's, you know, correct. So, yeah, Elrose capital, there we go. P-O-P is actually one of the spells in this list, yes. So, we shall use that one. Obviously, in the next book, the Seven Serpents, and the final book, we will be a warrior and not a wizard. So you won't have to worry about a spell book bullshit. Okay. Deduct 1 stamina point, it says. So we're down at 18. So it says, have you picked up any small pebbles on your journey? Why, yes, we have. We have 4, funnily enough. So if you have pebbles, you may cast your spell on them and fling them at the bars on the window. They will explode on impact and destroy the bars. 3 pebbles will be sufficient to let you and the old man escape, and it will cost you 3 pebbles. So now we've only got 1, because we have 4. So we've now only got 1 small pebble, because we cast a spell, Kalajazam, boom, boom, and it blew off the window, and we're able to hop out. You may both climb through the window and head down the road towards Car. The old man is a brisk walker and soon leaves you behind, and then you arrive at a T-junction ahead. There we go, we're out of the dungeon. Sorted, geezer. Lovely. You reach the junction ahead, which offers you... Oh, it's not a T-junction. It offers you 3 different routes. You are on the outskirts of the city now, and huts are grouped loosely about the tracks leading into the city port. To the left, a group of scruffy youngsters are walking away up the roadway with packs on their backs ahead. The road leads straight into the center of Car, and would appear to be the main road. To the right, you see the old man disappearing into a hut on the left-hand side of the track. Which direction do you want to go in? We can either turn left, we can either turn right, or we can go straight ahead. So what you want to do, guys? The yellow and pebbles saved us. Always carry a pebble, I guess, is the... moral of that story. You never know when you're going to need to throw it with magic. You know. Let's go left. Lucky left. We hope. You follow the children up the road. Oh, we're following kids now. Homes and hovels line the track, and you are wary as they pass. Strange faces appear at the windows, watching you. From around the bend ahead, a troop of guards appears. Thinking swiftly, you dart into a hut by the roadside and close the door. And the guards march past, and you breathe a sigh of relief. But where are you? Dun, 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 dun. It's the Blue Oyster Club, isn't it? Anybody seen Police Academy? Fucking funny film. Love it. Absolutely hilarious. The Blue Oyster Club, isn't it? If you know. If you know. We've actually got 18 stamina, yellow. You look around the dismal hut and jump as you see 3 ugly faces gawping at you. The room is untidy and contains little more than a straw mattress and a low table. This is kind of like a man with a van with a mattress in the back. There is a picture, by the way. So that's what we've walked into. Some kind of bloody love hut, I think it is. It's the swingers joint of car, I think. Wait till I get my hands on your game book. Is that a euphemism? The three creatures, a group of black elves, are staring vacantly at you. A heavy, sweet smell hits your nostrils and explains their lethargy. They are puffing at a hookah containing smoking weed. Oh my god. Drug taking? In a kid's book. One of them gathers himself together enough to talk to you and asks, "Do you want to join us?" What are you going to do? You can either sit down with them and have a toke. You could go, "Yeah, man, let's go." So you can sit down and have a toke. You can apologize for disturbing them and walk out. You can see if you can maybe learn any information from them, like the recipe to Munchie Guide. Or you can just draw your weapon and start slashing. What do you want to do, guys? The Love Shack, it's a little place. You can get some hookah. Yeah. I feel like that's a bit too loud. Hang on a sec. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing. That's a bit better, I think. I think my input level was a bit too high. I think. So, going into the red a lot. We don't like the red. We like the yellow. We like the green. We don't like red. So what are we going to do? Everyone's afraid to answer in case it's death. Can't live your life like that in fear, guys. It's not the way forward. Actually, it should be 100%. See, I'm turning the dial on this stream deck here. I can turn it right down to where you can't really hear me. There you go. You can't hear me, can you? Just turn it like a dial. Oh, so nice to play with dials. Don't smoke the hookah. Okay. Well, what are we going to do, though? Like, what are we going to do, man? Spellsinger says his book is coming soon. Coming soon. To a bookstore near you. I want to touch it. I want it in my hand. I want to flick through the pages. What are the choices again? Okay. You can either sit down and have a toke on the hookah. You can either apologize for disturbing them and leave. You can ask them some questions, maybe learn some information, or you can just start hacking them to pieces. It's up to you guys. Is it a deck where you can add pre-recorded? It is, yeah. I could add sound clips, like an audience clapping, you know, different fighting fantasy themed sounds, and then trigger them by pushing a button. Exactly. So yeah, I could go, yeah, do you know what? I only have 6 pages of 10 buttons. So I only have 60 buttons and 4 dials. So I'd have to be kind of tight with that. But I could dedicate 1 page for sound effects. Definitely. Right. Ask them some questions. Okay. Guys, do you know the way to Munchville? I'm going to guess that you do. You try desperately to start up a conversation, but the smokers are very vague and offer you little information of value. Hey man, it's alright. Don't worry about it. Have you ever seen True Romance? Brad Pitt's character in that film is basically what we're dealing with here. You ask them whether they know a scholar of some kind in the area. They look dumbly at each other, and one of them nods and motions with his hand the road ahead of you. There is little point in continuing this conversation, so you leave. It's like, leave them to toke. That's it. Done. We can record some sound bites together at Fight and Fantasy Fest. Oh, yeah. I could get Ian to go, hello. I mean, yeah, it'd be a shame to set all this up and then not be able to use it, though. You know, if things go pear-shaped. Anyway, 60 sound bites. That's, yeah, I can't dedicate every button to it. But we'll see. Yeah, I might actually get, like, a soundbite from Ian and Steve. And that's a good idea, Elrose. Well done. Thank you. Right, so we leave the hut. The guards have disappeared down the road, and you may continue. A little way up, you pass a small pond. And as you look into it, a small silver fish darts out from behind a stone and looks up at you. Bubbles come out of its mouth, and it appears to be speaking to you. I think we smoked a little bit of their hookah. It is hovering over a gold piece, which presumably somebody has tossed into the pond. Will you bend down closer to find out whether it is actually speaking to you, or will you snatch the gold piece out of the pond and continue on your way, or will you cast a spell? So we can either, you know, speak to the goldfish, cast a spell, or snatch the money and run. What do you want to do? Let's fill the soundboard and then take it from there. Hey? Let's fill the soundboard and then take it from there. I think Elrose has been smoking the hookah. Cast a spell, a sus. Unfortunately, sus is not in the list, my friend. So we can't do that one. You can get a whoosh sound from my waters breaking if we didn't win the quiz. Sorry, ignore me. Listen to Greg. Well, I mean, you're just as valid here with what you're saying, because we can't cast the sus spell. So it's either put another spell in, or we can either speak to the goldfish, or we can just snatch and run away. What you guys want to do? It's up to you. I look like a right idiot, don't I, wearing this bloody... Like an absolute knob jockey. Oh well, at least you know, can wipe my mouth if it starts to dribble. Speak to the fish. Hey, little fishy, what's going on? How's life in the big pond? You bend down close and put your ear to the surface of the water. The little silverfish spits at you, and a drop of water lands on your cheek. Fucker. If fishes could laugh, you would swear this fish was chuckling at you. Again, it mouths bubbles at you, and a sound comes over, but the bubbles obscure it. It sounds like... But what can this mean? The fish swims back behind its rock, and now you may either continue on your way or try and pick up the coin. Whatever the fuck that says. Perfect bib for baby colic. Yeah. Don't speak to the fish. Oh, okay. Get the coin, Yellow says. Okay. Let's try and pick up the coin. So give us that money, mate. We're not interested in fish talk. If you wish to grab the coin, you have to test your luck. So, are we going to use our lucky charm? I think it's used by default. I don't think it's a choice. I mean, we win by default because we have the lucky charm, you know. So, I cross the lucky charm off because, you know, we've used it. We're lucky with the testing of the luck. So, you may test your luck. The little silverfish will be outraged if you try and take its coin and will dart out and try and bite you. If you are lucky, you manage to grab the coin, but the fish will bite you for 1 stamina point. Well, whatever. We've got the coin. That's it. That's fine. I mean, is it just 1 gold coin? All this. When you eventually get the gold piece, you may continue on your journey. So we just got 1 gold coin after all that. Okay. So now we've got 15 gold pieces, guys. So a bit of money in it. Further up the road, you reach a fork where you may continue either straight ahead or up to the left. A hut stands in the fork and a stallion is tied up outside it. You may take the track up to the left, continue ahead, or you may walk over to the horse. So we can either continue ahead, we can go left, or go see the horse. That's basically it. Second one is the updated stats. Okay. Thank you for keeping everybody in the know, you know? Although you missed out 1 small pebble. We still have 1 small pebble, by the way. Gary's worse. So... what should we do, guys? What do you want to do? I'll read them again. We can walk up the track on the left. We can go speak to the horse, or we continue straight ahead. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. You know? Just gotta choose one. Walk up the track. Okay. So, take the track up the left. Is that what you meant? Sorry. I'm gonna assume on that one, I'm afraid. I don't usually assume, but... okay. You follow the road, which narrows. A group of young orclings are scurrying down towards you, shoving and hitting one another. Seeing you, they rush up and surround you, and then 10 little voices are pestering you. Hello, 1 gold piece. Their hands are poking at you, held flat to receive your donation. We got ogre gypsies, or orc gypsies, basically begging for money here. Look at that. Look at that picture. They look like the garbage pail kids. One of them's picking his nose. You see that? I don't know why it doesn't focus. Bloody bullshit this is. Focus, you fucker. You just can't write it, man, honestly. Sometimes it focuses, and there we go. There you go. One of them's picking his nose. Anyway. So, will you toss them a gold coin or ignore them and press on? That's the choice. I might just shave my hair. I'm so tempted to go get a haircut from a barber. I usually let my mum do it because she's an award-winning, you know, hairstylist. But it's been a while since I've seen her, so obviously that's why it's so long. Usually the headset acts like a bloody hair clip and keeps it in place. You know. I actually look like my mum, I just realised. Wearing this bloody scarf. Get a haircut on stream. Cut my own hair on stream, imagine that. Fucking hell. Pardon me. Some bird twerping around here. So do we tell these little shits to scram? Well, I mean, exactly. Oh, shit, Spellsinger, thank you. I mean, is there a point now? I forgot to put the timer on. Is there a point? I mean, is there a point in the timer at all? Because we never use it for anything. It's just a, oh, we lasted. But I've got a timer for YouTube. Whoa, what's going on with YouTube? Can you guys hear me? My testing 1 2 3. YouTube on my browser is going absolutely mental and slow, and I'm beginning to drop frames. You can hear me and movement is fine. It's all good, is it? It must be just Google then, because Google's going batshit crazy. Like, it's gone all stuttery and it's like it's lagging. It does still say excellent connection though. But I started dropping frames. Like I'm still... Oh no, that's the bitrate. Fuck it now. Ah! I thought it was dropping frames then, but it's not. It's the bitrate. It's still a bit laggy, my computer. I don't know why. A bit weird. Anyway. There is a point to the timer considering the last book took 6 weeks. And I never make it. If I made a note of the time and say, oh, we did this book in X amount of time, then it'd have a purpose and I could, you know, collate the stats. But I don't jot it down anywhere. I'm going to have to go back over all the streams to note the time of every book that we played through. Say, oh, this book took 10 hours to complete or whatever. Must have been like an hour now. It says 1 hour 17 on the stream, but you got to take 10 minutes off for the initial countdown, and then it was like another 10-15 before we actually started. So we've probably been going for exactly an hour on the book. So we'll just add an hour to that time. Hey, Swifty Tim, how's it going? Welcome in. We could try to do car faster than Shamanti. That's a good idea, yeah. Why is Google playing up? But the whole PC seems a bit laggy. Oh. CPU's fine, GPU's fine, memory fine, everything's fine on the PC. There's nothing excessively using anything. Very strange. Probably just because I've got so many windows open. Like I've got about 12 browser tabs open at the moment just because I'm in the middle of something. So you think we were ignoring the gibbering little shits? Well, that was either give them a gold piece or ignore them. But I'm still waiting. Oh shit! Yellow said ignore them fucking ages ago, mate. I never saw that. Sorry, mate. I'm sorry, mate. Yeah, ignore them and press onward. Sorry, that's my fault, guys. I'm sitting here waiting, and I completely missed somebody who actually made a choice. Hey, Adam, wake up! You fucking... Oh. Okay. As they close in around you, you can feel small hands mauling your backpack. They are trying to reach inside it to see if you have anything worth stealing. Test your luck. We are the big dice, aren't we? So we got a luck of 9, by the way. And that's an 8, so we're still lucky. So now we're down to 8 ourselves. Not because of the dice roll, but because we used our luck. And you have to minus 1 every time you use your luck. Where are they? Oh yeah. So we are lucky. So you free yourself from the little urchins and continue up the track. A short distance further on, you come across a largish home made of stones and mortar. This place looks quite important. Will you walk up to the front door? That's one option. Will you creep around the back of the house or continue straight on? Is Rhymester in? Someone mentioned Rhymester. Oh, he's not in. I hope he's alright, like. Yeah, we haven't seen Rhymester in a while, man. Spell singers off. No worries. He's on holiday. Whoa, mate. Nice. Enjoy your holiday, mate. Kids on the beach. Sorry to hear that. Use the front door. Walk up to the front door. Thanks for coming by, mate. You stand in front of a solid oak wood door, decorated with elaborate carvings. In the middle is a great brass knocker, and you rap 3 times. Moments later, the door opens and an elderly man in a gown stands before you. A strange spiky creature like a large lizard nestles next to his leg. You greet him apprehensively. He returns your greeting and appears to be not unfriendly. He will allow you to enter, but not with your weapon. Will you hand him your weapon and walk in, or will you just force your way in with it? What do you reckon? Are we forcing our way in, or will we hand out our weapon over? Are you guys sure that it's smooth on your end? Because my preview is just lag, lag, lag. Absolutely stutterfest. Yeah, let me try something here. See if that helps. Hand it over. Okay. Hand him your weapons. There you go, mate. Careful with it. It was given to me by my grandmother. All right? Don't go selling it, you know, on Titan Bay. So he takes your weapon and leaves it by the door. He seems genuinely friendly, introducing himself as Lortag the Elder. Welcome into my home. A scholar and a sage. You follow him into his study. Welcome to the study. Shall we study? There's a picture. We have a picture. Lortag, the sage. We all have one of the spell... He will have one of the spell lines. Yes, that is correct. Hey, Jeff Whitty is in the chat. Everybody give it up, mate. I'm only a few weeks late. Hey, welcome in. How's it going? Shame you misspelled Singer. He needs your help with his new book cover art. I think it might be the uploading to submit the artwork is what he's having trouble with. You follow him into his study, an elegant room lined floor to ceiling with books. You converse with him on the way and learn that he is a sage and a scholar who now teaches local children. He seems to be a fairly peaceful fellow, quite out of character with the city he lives in. He explains he has had a good life, and wishes to spend the rest of it doing what he can to help civilize the city. As it is apparent that he may be able to help you with your quest, you ask him if he knows anything of the spell needed to open the North Gate. Indeed. I know one line of the spell, he says, and this I will gladly tell you if you can help me with the problem I am having. Bloody hell. You agree to help him if you can. I have recently been trying to decipher some runes. I am working on an exercise, but I am now stuck, as I do not know which rune follows in the sequence. Which would you say should follow? You have some knowledge of runes and study the problem carefully. Look at the sequence depicted in the illustration and choose the rune that you think it should follow. So here is the illustration. I don't know how we're gonna fucking do this, by the way. There's the runes, right? Okay. Screenshot if you're on a phone or on your PC. You'll need to refer back to that. Okay. You got it? And then here are your choices. These here. Hard to show you on camera. There's your choices. In fact, I'll just do it all in one. There you go. There's your choices. Now, on the page where it has the numbers of the page, I'm saying from the left-hand side, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So basically, just put in the chat 1, 2, 3, or 4. Okay? I can't see the page numbers. But you don't need to see the page numbers, mate. So it's just 1, 2, 3, or 4. Okay? And it goes from left to right. 1, 2, 3, 4. The fourth one being this one here. The first one being the other one on the other side. Alright? Oh, 3. Thank you. We're going with number 3. Okay. Let me see that. I mean, why doesn't he just try each one? He'd have had it sorted. Why do you think this rune is correct? You explain that the others represent spots on a gambling die. Okay. This rune is the missing one. Of course! I'm an idiot! He exclaims. He is very excited at you having solved his problem and enthusiastically agrees to help you in your quest. I know of only one line in the spell you require, he starts, and he reads it. So I'd write this down, guys, okay? This is the line, okay? So, tumblers 2 sealed deep inside, okay? So, tumblers 2 sealed deep inside. That's the line. I know not who keeps the other 3 lines, I'm afraid, but they are all leading citizens in the city. Often the creatures know more than the menfolk, so this gift may be of use to you. He hands you a small pouch with what appears to be a handful of green fur inside. He's given us a handful of Incredible Hulk's pubes. You pull it out and you find that it's actually a wig, which may be useful in your spells. You thank him and decide to press on. Collecting your weapon on the way out, restore your luck back up to its initial level. Bingo. We're back up to 9. So, boom. So we've now got a green wig in our backpack. For whatever reason. Like, great. Fancy dress party, I guess we can just go as the Hulk. So we're back out now in the town of Carr. And a little further up the road, you come to a tradesman's area where potters, weavers, and artists are all showing their wares outside their huts. Will you stop and look around, or will you continue on? It's a green wig for the yap spell, is it? Yeah, man. Yappity yap, don't talk back. I'm gonna refresh this page. Will it fuck up the stream? I don't know. So laggy, this page. Actually, it's not the page. PC, man. There's no reason for it to be, because it ain't doing much. Shall we look around? Check their wares. Let's stop and have a look around. 2 artisans are particularly interesting to you. An artist with no hands, who is exhibiting a series of portraits, and a fire master who is displaying ornate fires, all colored with different hues. Which do you want to look at first? The artist or the fire master? So it's my left foot or backdraft, basically. The no hands guy. Okay. Let's see how he does his drawings then if he's got no hands. Use his tongue or something. The artist's portraits are of various nobles in Carr. You wonder how he can possibly paint without hands, and he explains that he has a magical paintbrush with which he can paint by will. He tells you that he is now actually using the paintbrush to paint inside his hut. Do you want to enter his hut to see his current creation, or will you look instead at the firemaster? So the man with no hands is offering for us to go into his home. Do we want to do that, or speak to Fire Guy? What do you reckon? It's first come, first serve. Go to the Fire Master. So, all right, mate. You keep your paintings. I'm playing with fire. So you walk over and greet the Fire Master. He smiles and hopes you are interested in his fires. He shows you the beauty of white, green, blue, and black fire. He is also able to create little fires of all these different colors by placing his special rocks of corresponding colors into the flames, and you are most impressed, as his creations are certainly beautiful, but they would be of little use to you. Perhaps you would be interested in one of my special fires, he says. Have a look inside. Do you want to walk into his hut and, you know, Fire Marshal Bernie? He says. Or would you rather go and look at the artist's paintings instead? So it's like we either go in his hut or we go back to talk to the artist. It looks like we got to go in someone's hut, basically. So, sounds rapey if you enter his hut. Yeah, it sounds like one of them is gonna be a Dodge dude. Did you put that down after I asked, or is that from the previous question? I only just seen it. We're stuck. No one is going to rob us, or someone is going to rob us. Do we want to? Yeah. So, are you saying now go into the Firemaster's house? Is that what you're saying, mate? Enter his hut. Let's go to Fire Hut. All right. We're going inside, guys. Going into the Firemaster's hut. So, you walk into the hut, and in the center of the room, underneath an open chimney, a fierce fire is burning. Although the blaze is considerable, very little heat is actually coming off it. And looking into it, you can see a wooden chest resting on the embers in the center of the flames. But it isn't burning. If you are apprehensive, you may leave the hut and continue on your way. Otherwise, you may plot a way to see what the treasure might lie inside the chest. You could try... Well, first off, do we just want to def this off, or do we want to try and get the treasure? Let's make that choice first. There's a couple of other choices once you make that choice. Do you want to try and rob the money, or the treasure, get the treasure, or at least see what the treasure is? Or are we going to continue on our way? Like, leave him to it. It's up to you guys. High risk, high reward. Okay, so we can either try stepping into the flames as they're not hot, or we could cast a spell. What do you want to do? Must be a trap. We don't know. So we're either casting a spell or going to walk into the flames. All right? Bye, freaks. What shall we do? Spell sus. SUS is not amongst the list, so we have to walk into the flames, unfortunately. You step cautiously into the fire. Although the flames do not burn you, the fire begins to sizzle and spit as you enter. As if this were a warning, the Firemaster appears at the doorway. He is extremely angry that you should be attempting to steal from his chest, and tosses a sooty powder into the fire, and you shriek loudly as the fire heats up and you're actually standing in the middle of a blazing inferno. There go our eyebrows. You leap from the fire with flames spouting off your clothes. You lose 5 stamina points. Wow. 5. You pat out the flames, you know, from your burning garments, and the Firemaster orders you to get out and be on your way. I mean, why did he invite us in again? Just to show us a fire burning? Kind of fucking... You know what I mean? Bit weird, isn't it? Anyway, we're back outside. We're continuing along the road, and we reach a Y junction where you can carry on north. You reach a junction which several roads converge. You may continue straight ahead, or we may turn to the right. Which do you want to do? How much did we lose? 5 stamina. Yeah. Oh, you got ads, did you, Swifty? Yeah. No worries. So we can either carry on ahead, or we can turn to the right. Yeah. Your luck is outdated, by the way. Just to let you know. Turn right. You soon arrive at another crossroads where you may either turn left or carry straight on. So now we're at another one. We can either go left or straight on. Oh, do you know what? Last night, went to see some friends who had just graduated as passing their PhD. So they're doctors, you know. And I forgot to take a little bottle of bubbly to crack open. And congratulations, everyone. You know, forgot to take it. So if we win this sorcery series and we get through to Crown of Kings, I will pop it open on stream and we'll all have a nice little drink. If we win the Crown of Kings, that is. So far, we are 1 book for 4. Like, let's keep it going and let's win this series and say that we've conquered sorcery. Yeah? But before we do that, let's make a choice of either going left or straight on. And refresh your screen. Yeah? Refresh it. So if you're lagging behind, you catch up. In fact, I might do the same, because this is bloody... I might have just killed the stream by doing that. I don't think I did. Turn left, Greg says. Okay. It didn't help with the lag. It must be my PC that's a bit laggy for some reason. I don't know why. Right, we're turning left. Are we still live? Am I still live, by the way? Did I not? I didn't kill the stream by refreshing it. Although it did help with the stability of it. I'm still going. Cool. So the road leads onwards and you're nearing the center of Car. And the homes and buildings are more densely located. As you walk along one side of the road and watching the other, you are grabbed from behind and pulled into a building. You spin to face your attacker. He is a dark-skinned man with a stubbly beard. He is evidently surprised at your strength and releases you, holding up his hands to show that he means no harm to you. My friend, I am very sorry for giving you a fright, he says, but I am a very lonely man in this city of evil. Da, 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 da. You are a human like myself, and I have not seen you in these parts before. Pray sit down with me and talk for a while. I'll do you no harm. He seems friendly enough, but there is a mischievous glint in his eye that you don't trust. You are in his home, which is furnished with a table, chairs, and cupboards of wood and woven tapestries hanging on the walls. Will you stay and talk with him, or will you get out? What do you want to do? I gotta run. Jeff's off. Take care, mate. Thanks for coming. No worries, mate. Thank you for popping in and saying hi. Why this? What shall we do then? Should we go into should we talk with this guy, or shall we leg it? He scared Jeff off, but does he scare us? I don't trust him. Let's leave. All right. Let's get out. So sayonara, mate. So no thank you. We don't, you know. The man gets angry. Ungrateful traveler, he shouts. Ungrateful, mate. You grabbed me off the street and pulled me in. You may never refuse my hospitality. Join me in a mug of ale. Do this, or you shall never leave my house again. Will you reconsider and accept his offer of ale, or will you fight to escape? This guy is definitely Dodge City, man. It'd be great if he can make it to Fighting Fantasy 6. I think Jeff is in another country. I don't think he is in Britain, to be honest. I think Jeffy is from, like, Malaysia or something, if I remember correctly. Somewhere on the other part of the world, I think it is. Greg, you're in the UK, aren't you? Or are you in America? I forget which one. Greg's also in Asia, so might do a little vlog stream then for people who can't make it, you know. So what are we doing? Are we gonna, you know, fight our way to escape because he's forcing us to drink with him, or will we just sit down and you know, get bummed by him, basically? Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. Not that it matters, because we haven't got any meals, but today's meals are sponsored by Custard Creams. Somebody tells me we're not going to get to use them, though. Do we have to fight this guy? Well, no, you don't. You can either sit down and drink with him, but he's not letting us leave. So if we want to leave to continue on our mission, we're going to have to fight him. So, or we could just try and have a drink with him, and hopefully, you know, we won't get completely butt-fucked. We could do a game book live reading from the pub quiz. I don't know if that's going to work. Be a bit noisy. Fight him. Meal. That's a good one. So we're going to fight to escape, to stay alive. You step forward to leave, and he grabs a bow from the wall, loads an arrow, and aims it straight at you. All right, Robin Hood, calm down. You will not escape from Vagorn the murderer. Did you give yourself that name, mate? He draws the string back. Now, he's about to fire his weapon. You can either draw your weapon and attack him back, or we can cast a spell. What do you want to do? We've got, what's his name? Vangorn has got his weapon in his hand in front of us, and he's about to use it. So, do we get out our weapon and have it, you know, attack him with it? Or do we cast a spell? Look into my eyes. Spell zap. Zap is not in the list, I'm afraid, mate. Have you got a spell book, Greg? So, unfortunately, can't do that. We'll have to attack him. So, he fires the arrow as you attack. Will it strike its mark? Throw one die to see what happens. Here we go. That's a 6. And it misses. Boom! It shoots past us. Lovely. If you're still alive, you now fight the battle. So we've got a skill of 9. Vagorn the murderer has got a skill of 7. So he's going to have to -2 off his dice roll. And we're inside his home, so I just realized that. So he has a stamina of 8, so not too bad. So he's going to -2 with a big dice. So he's rolled a bloody 10, which becomes an 8. We rolled a 6. We lose 2 points of stamina. I mean, that's not too bad for the first round, so. Here we go. That looks so weird. Whoa! Boom! Take that, Vagorn. Double 6. He's instantly dead. We killed him like that. No more Vagorn. You and your rapey ways, mate, are going to hell. So, that's the end of him. You go through the murderer's pockets and you find 8 gold pieces. Lovely. So, 23 gold pieces we have now. There is little else of value in the room, but you do find a jar marked poison, which you may take, and another jar contains essence of bark, which also may be useful. So, do you want to take both those jars or just one of them? Like, is anybody still in the chat? Because we just won this battle and nobody's saying nothing. Like, hello, wake up. Take both. Okay. So, that's 1 jar of essence of bark. So, jar of bark. And the other jar is poison. So, jar of poison. Done. Right. And then we leave the building, basically. We're back outside. So... continuing along the streets, you reach another junction where you may either turn left, right, or carry straight on. Left, right, or straight on. What do you want to do? So the next time, by the way, we continue this is in 2 weeks' time on the 30th of August. So, seems like it's just me and the chat. Well, there's Elrose, Swifty Tim, Yellow. I think there's more than you, mate. I think it was only Jeff and Spelsinger that's had to go. What was I saying? Continuing along. So what did we say? To turn right, yeah? Take the right. Don't let me make all the choices. Help! The street eventually meets another. Turning left will take you into the center of Car. We're halfway through the adventure, guys. And you take this route. Guys, we could do this, man. This could be a total win for us. Night is approaching, and you have no wish to spend it in the streets of Car. You stop a passing woman and ask the way to a nearby inn. Head towards the port, she tells you. There is an inn that way. But hurry, stranger, for night is approaching. You thank her for her help and continue on. Eventually, you reach the Wayfarer's Rest and step inside. We're back inside. The Wayfarer's Rest. Maybe we should rest for this. You enter the Wayfarer's Rest. It is a noisy, bustling place, and no one takes much notice as you enter. The innkeeper is behind the bar trying to serve the numerous creatures, all demanding their ale at the same time. The inn is evidently a local for the sailors of the port, as salty types and buxom wenches are laughing together and singing shanties around the tables. You manage to catch the innkeeper's attention. He is a surly, bald-headed man used to dealing with the rabble from the docks and is surprised at your dress and obviously well-educated tone. And why by what your purpose in these airports are? He asks, and you explain you would like a bed for the night, perhaps with some food, and you ask for a price. He says, well, a room at the top will be 4 pieces of gold, he says, and we'll feed you to the gills for another 4. So that's 8 gold pieces for food and shelter. So do you want to take food and shelter, or do you wish to just take shelter or just food? What do you guys want to do? Sorry guys, I'm half watching, half gardening. Oh, I hope it's not going to rain on you. Pay for both, Greg says. Okay. So, if you wish to eat before you rest. So, 8 gold pieces off our, you know, we're back down to, what is it, 15 now? Yeah. 15 gold pieces. And it says here, if you... So, if you wish to eat before you rest, which we do, because we are low actually on stamina. You pay the innkeeper for the food. He disappears into a back room and comes back with a large plate of steaming grub. There you go, he laughs, and there's more of that if you're needing it. You take the plate and sit down at a table to eat your meal. You gain 2 stamina points if this is your first meal today. It is. So we only get 2 stamina points. As you are eating, a rough-looking sailor comes over and sits down with you. He tries to make conversation, but you're more intent on eating. Then he offers to buy you a mug of ale, and you decide to accept. You finish your meal and sup your ale. Gain 1 more stamina point. Brings us up to 13. You start to talk to him and he asks of your quest. You tell him you're going to try and find the spell which will open the north gate. I'd like her up, yeah, he says. But to find the line needs... Yeah, I'll have to kill the undead. This is how it's spelt, by the way. Like, I'm reading it as it's shown. It's so weird. And that ain't my idea at a fair fight. How's about small ale? Will you accept his offer and continue on the conversation, or would you rather just go to bed? So it's either sleep or talk to this dude. What do you want to do? And I have a feeling, I think, when we go to sleep will be a perfect place to pause it. Accept what? Accept his offer and continue the conversation? Is what I'm going to guess you meant. Accept the beer. He buys you another mug of ale and you drink again with him. Add 2 more stamina points. We're up to 15 now. That's sweet. You're now getting quite lightheaded, and the two of you are laughing together. He knows the city port well. You press him for more information on the holders of the spell lines, but apart from telling you that one of the people you seek fell recently out of favor with the third noble of Kar, rumored to be a vampire, and is now cursed with living death, he knows very little else. You are interested in a story of one of his friends who tried to talk to Gorga, one of the gods, and was killed in the temple for daring to kiss the god on the cheek. He tells you also of some of his adventures on the high seas. He offers you another drink. Will you instead offer to buy him one, or will you tell him you must be going to sleep now? Will we buy him a drink, or will we go to bed? I think it's getting pretty interesting, this conversation with him. I wouldn't mind knowing what goes on here. Go to sleep now! Fucking hell. You tell him you must now be getting some sleep. Sorry, mate. Don't want to hear the rest of your bullshit. I'm off to bed. We basically pump and dump. Do you have enough money to... Wait, we've already bought the room, mate. We've paid the innkeeper. We have the room. Yeah, we had it on lay-by, so... where are we to? You wander upstairs to your room. The room is dark, and you have been given no candle. So you grope around for the bed, honk, honk, and sit on it. You may, if you wish, eat more meals, which we haven't got, so we can't. And you lie back on your mattress, and you fall asleep. Now, I feel that is the perfect place to leave it for today. So, we will continue in 2 weeks' time the adventure. And that way, one, people won't miss out who haven't been able to stay. And two, it extends, you know, into the future. Like, it gives us a chance to refresh and come back, you know? I think that'll be, you know... What stats are we on? So we've got 9 skill, 15 stamina, and 9 luck. So, trust me, not drinking the third ale. The pale ale. It was really fun today. Yeah, I enjoyed it, man. I really did. Like, you know, a couple of hours we've been doing it. It's 1 hour 49 on the timer, really. So don't be fooled by that one. And yeah, I really did enjoy this today. So that will conclude like today's stream, but join in part 2 on the 30th of August, 10 a.m. So yeah. If Actually, no, it can't, because that's why I'm doing it this week. I was going to say if I could do it next week, but I'm already busy, so it's fine. Good. GG's, guys. GG's. Give yourself... This is where I need the applause button. To put the applause in, you know. GG's on it. Are these up to date? Yeah, we've got 2 jars, don't forget. We've got a jar of bark and a jar of poison and a green wig. So all of our... We've got 7 items in our backpack, by the way. So, and we've got 15 gold pieces. But anyway, thank you so much for joining in. And yeah, part 2 of Car City Port of Traps will continue in 2 weeks' time. But don't worry, we can still have a little chat. Don't forget. For the, the countdown. It's the final countdown that we do here, so which hasn't actually started. What's going on? Whoa, there we go. That was weird. It was like stuck on 3 minutes for a while and then finally kicked in. That was something. There is something fishy going on my PC at the moment. Don't know what it is. I mean, I have got something that I'm kind of downloading paused, so I'm wondering maybe that's got something to do with it. I will... Oh, shit! Just done... There we go. So I'll resume that, and maybe it'll stop everything from cocking up. I just accidentally bloody X'd off that it, when I was kind of downloading. Luckily, there's an undo button on my bloody Stream Deck. The undo button, so I can undo the previous action. Honestly, this Stream Deck is a godsend, by the way. I highly recommend getting one if you use your PC quite a lot. 100%. It's better to have buttons than press the mouse, you know what I mean? Anyway, I've got a busy day, and later on this afternoon, we'll be back live with Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I think it's number 5, and continuing that story. But until then, have a good 2 weeks. Stay safe and come back at 10 a.m. UK time to continue our car adventure. And then that will be the stream, the final stream before the, Fighting Fantasy Fest, which will take place literally 5 days after our stream. So that'll be pretty cool. Hopefully I'll do another stream the week after on the 6th, but I doubt it. So anyway, I'm off.